I'm a baby Christian and I just want to know where to start in reading the Bible. I find it tough to be consistent and just want to know what are your recommendations. Well, for me, one of the things that I learned from my church, Highlight Church, Pastor Joshua Redding, he taught this framework called, I believe it's called the Bible box or something along those lines. And basically, what it was is it was a four-part way to start reading the Bible. First is pick one of the Gospels. The reason why is because the Gospels showcase Jesus and who he is in firsthand experiences. So it allows you to really understand the meaning of Christianity, why Jesus died for your sins, and his ministry and what he all talked about. The second part of the box is Romans. So one of the first, when Paul went to the Romans and started writing, it talks a lot about some of the new Christians, how they overcome, what you should be listening to and not listening to, and just kind of some basic rules of the road, if you understand. The next one was Acts, where it talks about the trips and the things that the apostles were doing just after Jesus left. And again, it kind of gives you an idea of, as a new Christian, now that you've accepted Jesus into your life, what are some of the things that these early Christians were doing, and what are some of the things you can learn from what they did, what others did, what they did wrong, what they did right, and things like that. And then I believe the last part of it was Genesis. So going back to the first book of the Bible, where it kind of establishes obviously God and how he created the earth, all the basic, Abraham, all down through the rest of the book of Genesis, was really good. So that's how I started to get consistent in it. I mean, there's so many other avenues and ways, but I mean, I think generally speaking, starting in the Gospels is probably the best place to start because that's where Jesus lived and gave his ministry. So I think that's probably the best place to start when reading